Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David and this is a magic review. Hey everybody, have I told you how much I love magic? I love magic, and my life really, since Magic Orthodoxy started, has really taken a turn because magic has just become more a part of my life than ever before. In fact, so much so, I came home from work the other day and my wife and kid were watching a baseball game. And we don't watch sports. Like, we're not a sports family at all. At all. And I was like, you guys are watching baseball? Like, why are you watching a baseball game? And my wife was like, it's the World Series. Like, I didn't even know the World Series was going on. And she was like, and it's the Astros. And I live in Texas, right? So I live in Texas, and the World Series was going on. I had no clue about either one, because my life is consumed with magic reviews and YouTube. And so, hey, I want you guys to do me a favor. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit that follow button. You can also find me on social media, right? I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I do giveaways over on Instagram, if you didn't know. If you like free stuff, you can always head on over to Instagram. I do giveaways there as well. And if you like performances of magic, I perform magic on TikTok every single day, more than I do here on YouTube. So if you're only watching me on YouTube, you're missing other performances that I'm doing over on TikTok exclusively. Today we're gonna look at a download. That's right, a download. And I don't do reviews for downloads very often. I don't. Just because there's tons of them. There's tons of them out there. And if I did every review for every download that I've been asked to, I would never have any time at all. But Kyle Purnell reached out to me, awesome guy, and has great taste in glasses. He reached out to me and asked me if I would review a couple of his effects, and so he sent me Pip's Leak. Pip's Leak is a trick you can do with any deck of cards. Could even do this with a borrowed deck, and you can find his instant download at penguinmagic.com for 10 bucks. What is Pip's Leak? Pip's Leak is a moving pip effect. That's right. So you show the pip in the center of the card, let's say on the ace. You're able to put your hand on it and then slide it up the card. And here's the thing. You're doing this with borrowed cards. That means there's no gimmicks. There's no gimmicks. You can do this trick with nothing on you. And if you said, hey, do you have a deck of cards? Let me try something. They give you the deck and you can do this trick with the deck with no preparation in advance. Is it what I thought? It fooled me. It fooled me. When I saw the trailer, I was like, that's awesome looking. That looks really sweet. Go watch the trailer. Go watch the trailer and see if it fools you too. Because I was like, really? He does this with no gimmicks? There's no gimmicks in this. Like, that's awesome. And it looks that good over video. You know it's gonna look that good in real life. Is it well made? Well, of course, there's nothing to make, right? There's nothing to make. I mean, you ask me like, what are you using? You're using cards. You are using cards from the deck, okay? That's it. So it looks kind of like a two-card Monte trick where you have an ace and a two, and they switch places, and then there's kind of like a sliding glide, moving pip trick effect, illusion thing at the end. So what's the overall quality and production value of the video? Kyle's teaching against a dark gray background. You get a couple of camera shots. He is well mic'd. There's very faint music in the background. It doesn't get in the way. As far as what's taught in those 27 minutes, you'll get the trailer once again. And then he tells you that this is a two-phase routine. He's going to break it down into the first phase and the second phase. The first phase really feels like a two-card transpo where the two cards switch places, and that's kind of what happens. And in the second phase, this is where he shows how you can slide the pip up the card. He's going to give you some tips for right-handed and left-handed people. And he'll even teach you a kicker ending where the ace and the two form together to make a 3. He'll also talk about how to do the trick with hearts and clubs. There's a little bit of extra work you have to do with those two. His recommendation is to do it with the diamonds. He'll then teach the twirl change, which is part of his trick, and he gives you a step-by-step process through that. And then he's going to close with a walkthrough one more time and some closing thoughts. Pocket space, I already said it's a borrowed deck, right? It's a borrowed deck. So you could carry the cards that you need, obviously, but If you already carry a deck of cards, then you're carrying this with you already. How are the angles on this? There can be a line that could create a shadow and some lighting, but I think it happens so fast that the spectator doesn't even know where to look. They're probably going to be too busy picking their jaw off the floor to notice. Can it be inspected? Well, you're probably going to end with a ditch. And by that I mean you're going to put the cards right back on top of the deck. Or you'll just cut the cards into the middle of the deck. I mean, it'll be the easiest ditch possible because they're going to see you ditch, right? But just the idea behind it is you're going to destroy the evidence so that the spectators can't go back and figure out what you did. How much practice does it require? Just the fact that there's no gimmicks in this means there are sleights, right? You can't really do one without the other. So there's no gimmicks, so that means there's practice involved. That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. Most of these moves are going to be similar to the same kind of moves you do in a Monty routine. Okay, some doubles and some work with doubles. There's also a color change aspect to this. So if you're already familiar with some of those, and then I mentioned the twirl change already. Positives, I think the positives to this is it looks like trick cards, right? And if you just saw this and I didn't tell you in advance that you could do this with borrowed cards, you'd probably think that it was trick cards, right? But you can do it with any deck. Plus, the way the routine is built, you don't even need a spectator. So you technically could do this for Skype or Zoom as well. Is it worth your money? It's $10. $10 is a great price for a download, right? Great price for a download. And it's almost 30 minutes of instruction, and it's Kyle Purnell, and it's Penguin Magic. So you can't go wrong. But don't just take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. There are other review channels out there. You should watch them. Magic Minute did a review for this, and Craig Petty. That's everything I can say about Pip Sleek from Kyle Purnell. Of course, I want to thank Kyle for allowing me to have this so that I could do the review for you. And if you want to purchase it for yourself, like I said, it's a download at penguinmagic.com. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye. But wait, do you want to learn more about the t-shirt I was wearing in today's video? Of course you do. That's from my Teespring store. If you scroll down into the description area, you can click any one of those t-shirt graphics. It'll take you out to Teespring and show you my Magic Orthodoxy apparel. That's right, I've got several different styles and colors and price points to choose from, including my King of Clubs Black Roses exclusive Daniel Schneider tee. If you appreciate what I do, that is a great way to support this channel. Thanks.